Today it's time to do another flight on my Skynetic Sbach 342. I've been just previously on this field and today it is a little bit of wind, so just have to fight the wind a little bit. It's also really hot, I think around 25 degrees Celsius. I'm just standing in the sky, clear blue sky, no clouds for orientation. But I'm just eager to get this one flying. It's a super fun RC airplane, so let's just see what this Skynetic Sbach can do then. So just taking off side wind because I have the sun in a really difficult position. I don't have just an abundance of power for this plane. I mean, it is a slow flying prop, so when there is wind, I just have to fight it a bit. I think that this plane handles wind quite well. Actually, it is. I mean, it's not as wind sensitive as one might think. Just sometimes I just get pushed down towards the ground. And you have, in my opinion, then this darker underside of the wing, so doing inverted flying is usually really easy just to keep orientation with this plane. So just going around and doing slow aerobatics with this plane. Of course I have to just take the wind into account, so I cannot really just do exactly what I want because the plane just gets pushed a little bit. I'm also not really too used to fly on this location. I've done it a few times previously. And I think that it's no problem with this location, just that the sun is really in an awkward position right now, so just to my left. And I also have the wind coming straight from the left, so if I just could fly straight into the sun in this direction, I could kind of hover in a better way. Right now I have to stay a little bit kind of a downwind. I think that this plane, I mean, it's really durable foam, really thick foam, so that makes this plane a little bit heavier than maybe the lightest planes in this aerobatic size. But then again, it's also very durable. I crashed this plane a few times just because I've lost orientation. The only repairs I have been forced to do has been changing the prop and then adding some glue. So no spare parts then except for the prop, and I think I've just broken. I think I'm on my kind of a third prop with this plane. And usually when you do kind of these aerobatics, as you can see right now, I am really close to the ground occasionally, and if you are close to the ground and then just lose orientation, what happened to me then, I just slammed this plane straight into the ground. But just if you compare this plane then to the E-flite erratics, which more or less you just have some sort of hard landing with the erratics and things just starts to fall apart, then this plane in comparison is really durable. So I'm having a hard time just seeing the foam actually break. It's just the kind of the glue joints that are pulled apart. And as far as how this flies, I think it's really well controlled. And I'm pushing right now at least going around 85 to 100% throttle. And I have an 853S battery inside. I think that the specifications then call for a 3S 1300 milliamp, but I really haven't seen any downside to having the 850. The plane becomes a little bit more lightweight, and I still can do kind of a 5 minutes flight time, so that's just fine by me. And I think that just considering this strong wind, I think it flies really controlled, which is kind of surprising. Many other RC airplanes I have, when in these wind conditions, they just bob up and down. This plane is really solid. I also have an avian light speed controller inside, so I will get some telemetry warning when the battery is just too low. So right there I had the first warning then. So 5-minute flight time on an 850 milliamp battery, I think is really good. Time to get this one down, no gears, so it will more or less just plop on the ground. Oh, a little bit hard today. If you want to evolve like an RC pilot, I think that to get something like this, an aerobatic, symmetrical wing RC plane, will improve your skills really much. Because, I mean, these planes, they fly really well, slow, and just to practice aerobatics in a slow manner, I think is first off really enjoyable, and second of all, I think that it just evolves you as an RC pilot. So for instance, the E-flite Extra 300, just a fantastic plane, which I've learned just a lot of things with this plane. It's much more cheaper, lightweight, a smaller one. It comes with wheels, but I just remove the wheels on mine then, because they are just really flimsy. And overall, I would say good construction on this RC plane, good foam parts, a lot of build, which you have to do, just glue everything in. But I purchased this with a kind of P&P configuration, so everything except then from the receiver was included. I'm just enjoying this plane very much. So I would certainly just recommend something like this, maybe not exactly RC plane, but something like this just to improve your skills as an RC pilot.